Hi, my name is Zach Gobelt. I'm owner of COI Stonework in Stowe, Ohio. We're leading a restoration effort here. Within just 3 months, we've been able to complete 730 linear feet of stone fence.
The wall was originally intended as a Cornish hedge, which is a dirt core with 2 stone faces. And then what they would do is plant in all the crevices of the stones and the top so that it would become a garden wall. And it was deliberately designed so that over time it would settle and become kind of an engineered ruin. After that, though, Mrs. Seiberling didn't like the disarray as much, so she started rebuilding sections of it in the late 30s and up until into the early 40s. And after her death in 46, it was just allowed to crumble and fall. They then started rebuilding the wall again. They used a lot of mortar and concrete to kind of create more of a solid core, and that also created some of the problems that we ran into now that we're trying to rectify.
The reason a dry stone wall works so well is because there is no mortar within it. All the stones on a mortar wall think they're one piece. All the stones here do their job happily because of the stone next to them, because of the tight packing that goes in between the stones. And when the ground does expand and contract over the winter, because of the way that the stones are laid and because of all the friction and gravity taking place within the wall, the ground will move, and the structure here is very sound and sturdy and won't move to the eye. So the wall is made up of face stone, packing stones that go in the middle, tie stones that go all the way through the wall, and then finally at the top a capstone that goes from back face to the front face. Each face stone is placed carefully between the batter frames. You could see Zach down there working right now between the batter frames. He's placing face stones on the wall, and each time he places a face stone on the wall, he takes a packing stone, which is a small, scrappy little piece of stone that might even look like only be so big, and placing a stone on the wall, he'll put a piece of the packing stone behind it, to the side of it, and all around each piece of stone to make sure that each one that goes in sits and it's happy. As we build, and we can see each stone that goes on has to be hand set, we may need to make an adjustment, and we use a stone hammer. This is a 4-pound stone sledgehammer. It's got a straight edge on the one side and a squared edge on the other. And are you going to go ahead and shape that one? Zach's going to trim the edge off that one so that it fits a little bit better. And then the brick hammer for a final couple smacks. The build comes up to this height, and then on top of the build, we start placing the capstones. We set up a line at the top where we want our final line to be, tied off at the end, close to where the batter frame is there. Setting each stone up on the wall, and then we make sure that we put packing stones underneath it, and we make sure that when the stone goes on the wall that it's not moving at all, it's not wiggling, and it goes from one side of the wall to the other, binding all those smaller stones that are on top of the wall and keeping them all in place. The past 10 years I've been going down to Kentucky to further my training, and there's old stone walls that are built down there by Scottish, Irish immigrants back at 1800s or so. And we go down there and disassemble those fences and learn how to put them back together. There's a place down there called the Dry Stone Conservancy, and they've been really key in helping me develop my skill set. Thanks to the state of Ohio, we're able to, continue this ancient craft and really see that it's a viable method of building, and it's a long-lasting one. It's going to be better and better as time goes on, too. I think in 50 years from now, they're going to be like, you know what? That was a good idea.